Was having so much fun, and this era could have been so great for Niall. Listening to those songs just brings me back, and mwah, I love it so much. Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Frassix, and in today's video I am gonna be talking about Niall Horan's album called Heartbreak Weather, and that is because on the day that I upload this video it will be the 1 year anniversary of the album, and it's absolutely crazy to think about because I remember very vividly that day that it came out, and I went to get a copy of the CD from Target. And so much was happening at that time, and so much has happened between then and now. Like, if you imagine it, like, I'm pretty sure we all know what I'm talking about with the pandemic and everything, which I feel like really hindered the performance of this album and this era. This era could have been so great for Niall because I absolutely love this album so much. So in this video I'm just gonna be basically talking about the album and that time that it was released and the few months and weeks after it was initially released and how that affected me and everything like that. Oh, and before we begin, yes, I do have an actual signed copy by Niall, which is absolutely crazy because I kind of forgot, because so much was happening during the time that I actually almost forgot that he did do this, and like he was doing it on his live streams and everything. But again, I'm gonna be talking about this in a bit. But yeah, I just thought that was really cool that I can show you guys this before I begin and everything. Anyways, I'm just gonna stop talking and start reacting. So without further ado, here is the 1 year review of Heartbreak Weather by Niall Horan. Okay, and I don't want to keep this too long or anything, so hopefully it doesn't run on for a long time. If it does, I'm really sorry. I'll try and like cut out as much as possible if I can. But anyways, let us begin. So this album came out on March 13th, 2020, and it was honestly so great. Like, the events leading up to the release of this album with Niall Storm and then him like revealing a track list, like I would think it was like, what was it, every day or every week or something, where he would release like a mini clip saying the track or one of the track titles. Absolutely loved him so much, like putting on this Niall Storm persona, and I don't know, I feel like he could have done so much with that. And of course, the same time that the album came out, the Heartbreak Weather music video came out, which is personally my favorite video from Niall and one of my favorites from last year, just because he was having so much fun and he seemed like he was having such a great time, and the colors and everything and the song overall, like, it is definitely, I'll let you know if it's my favorite song or not from the album in a bit. And of course, before the album came out, we did get a good amount of songs before the album's release, such as Nice to Meet You, Put a Little Love on Me, and No Judgment. And we also got the music videos for each of those songs. And I guess I'll start with Nice to Meet You. I was already a fan of Niall when that song came out. But when I did try to react to that song, I don't know, I just didn't vibe with it at first. Like, it took me a couple of listens to actually really vibe with it. And now every time it comes on, when I play through the album, I just rock out to it because I absolutely love it so much. Especially when he's like performing it live, he's just having so much fun and he has so much sass, and I absolutely love that about him. And then there was Put a Little Love on Me, which he said was a very emotional song, and it really was. Personally, I don't think it's more emotional than Flicker, but then again, I don't think anything can top Flicker, the song. I absolutely love that song so much, but I also really love Put a Little Love on Me, and the music video was like really well done as well. And then there was No Judgment, which personally was my favorite music video up until the Heartbreak Weather music video came out. But yeah, everyone was literally like positive reviews for that song. You know, the fans, the critics, everything, everyone was bopping out to that song, and that was like staying at like the top of like the iTunes like charts and everything, and Apple Music and stuff like that. So it was really great for him to do that. Then of course the album came out, and that was around the time that the pandemic was really starting, because I think, what was it came out March 13th, and then March 18th was when I officially started quarantining and everything. So it couldn't have come at a more unfortunate time, but in a way I'm kind of glad it did, because it really just gave me so much memories, and every time I do listen to that album and those songs, it just takes me back to that time, because I'm pretty sure we can all agree that even though quarantine did suck, like the first month, like March and April, was really popping, you know, with music and just the vibe and the games and everything like that, and a lot of people agree with me online. But anyways, like I said, I went to Target to get the physical edition of the album, and this was before the mask mandate and everything like that. So I remember just going into Target and just getting the album and everything. I don't know, like I think I actually had to ask for this because this was sold out or something like that, or like it wasn't like on the shelves. So I had to ask for it personally, but I'm so glad I did, because even though I don't really use CDs anymore, it was nice just to like get something that's like physical and everything. And I'm so upset that I didn't get the vinyl, to be honest. I'm still upset. I'm pretty sure I can still order it, maybe. I'm not sure if it's available or not. But honestly, I feel like this song definitely, or this album definitely deserves the vinyl treatment. And then for the last single, I don't even know if it was a single or not, but it was a song that was released with the lyric video, and only the lyric video was black and white. And I absolutely love that song as well. But I think it was meant to be a single of some sort, but it only had like the lyric video treatment, just like Slow Hands did from his Flicker album. He did release like an acoustic version, which I absolutely love so much as well. But like I said, this album alongside Future Nostalgia were the soundtracks to the beginning of my quarantine experience. And I'm super thankful for both of those albums, and it really hits, I don't know, it just makes me super nostalgic, even though it was like a chaotic time. For some reason, like listening to those songs just brings me back. And although I am really upset that I couldn't have heard these songs live or everything, he did do I remember like the first few weeks or something of quarantine, he was like so upset about the pandemic and everything, and he was like doing these Instagram lives every day, and I was like tuning in every day because I didn't have anything else to do, and he was just playing his songs and just like vibing with us. And I really miss those days so much, because he doesn't do that nowadays. Like he's barely online anymore, and I'm pretty sure we all took for granted him doing those lives, because I absolutely love it, because it was just like a super personal thing. He was like, I don't know, just playing on his guitar. He was, I don't know, eating, I think, or just vibing out. And I'm pretty sure he was also signing autographs as well, which is why I'm super glad I got this, because I'm pretty sure he was probably doing this when he was doing his lives. So I thought that was pretty dope. But you could definitely tell that he was kind of crushed, because he knew that he wasn't going to be able to tour this record cycle, which is honestly such a shame, such a shame. I'm going to be talking about the songs in a little bit, but gosh, like I personally think that this would have been so amazing to hear live, like all the songs. And I could have seen him in tour. Like I'm pretty sure literally it's right when the pandemic was getting really bad, during the very beginning of the pandemic in quarantine, that he canceled the tours. Because I remember I was like, he released the list for the American tour dates, or like the added tour dates, and I saw that Houston was there, and that's like the nearest thing, because he's not touring in Texas, and I think either he was like in Dallas and Houston, but not in San Antonio, which is where I'm at now. So I was like, Houston it is, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get the tickets. And then he never released them, because he was like, it's better, and he was advised to like not release the tickets, because I'm pretty sure that would have been hectic anyway, like if he did release the tickets and then they got canceled like a week or two later, or a few weeks later, that would have just been a mess. So I'm kind of glad that he didn't do it, but I'm super sad that he did do it, because I don't know. Anyways, now I'm just going to be talking quickly about the Heartbreak Weather track list again, and just going quick by quick review of each song. And if you guys haven't seen my initial reaction to the Heartbreak Weather album, the link for that will be in the description below. Okay, so I'll start with Heartbreak Weather, which is personally for me my favorite song from the album. There's just a vibe that goes with this song. It's super throwbacky, but I don't know, I just thought it was really clever, and the sounds and the instrument and the feel, I just love it so much. And then Black and White is the second track, and I really love that song. It's so vibey, it's so rockery, and I'm kind of glad that he did release it as a single. It could have been so well received. Like I'm pretty sure it could have done so good during in the radios and live performances. Like it's such a shame. third one is Dear Patience, which is a slower bop, but I really love it. And let me just put this out there that I'm not gonna hate on any of the songs, because I don't hate any of the songs because they're all good. So you're only gonna be hearing good things from me. But again, Dear Patience, it's so good. And during his like live event that he did last year at what is it, the hall that's in England, I forgot what it's called, but he did like a live charity stream or live stream for his bandmates and everything like that, and he started off with this song and I was like, yes, it's so good. Bend the Rules, it's again slow, but it's chill, but it's aesthetic, and I love that. Small Talk, it's so sassy, I love that so much. Nice to Meet You, we all know what I think of that song. I didn't vibe it at first, but I love it now. A little Love on Me, again, if you guys haven't seen my reaction to that, the link for that will be in the description below. Arms of a Stranger, oh my gosh, it's within my top 3. It's actually my third favorite track from this. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people put this song in the lower sections. I'm just like, why? It's such a vibe, it's so sad. Like I really don't know why people put it in the lower parts of their listing of their rankings. Everywhere is so fun, so vibey, I love it so much. Cross Your Mind, I was actually listening to it right before I recorded this. But yeah, I really love that song as well. New Angel, it's so vibey. I need a new, ooh, like, ooh, when he sings that, I was just like, yes, sing it. New Angel, gosh, it's such a great song. No Judgment, I'm pretty sure we all know what I think of that. If you guys haven't seen my reaction to that, the link for that will be in the description below. Number 13 is San Francisco, which is my second favorite. It used to be my third favorite. Like, I think that and Arms of a Stranger were switched earlier when I initially reacted to it. But nowadays, I put San Francisco as my number 2, just because 1, it's my favorite city, so I thought that was good enough. But 2, he really does the city of San Francisco justice with the song, because it's like so sad, and for some reason it's super nostalgic for me. Like, especially like when I heard it the first time, I was just like, I don't know, there's just something about it that I really love. It's like slower and vibey, and I like it. And the last song is Still, which is such a sweet song, especially like when it builds up to the climax. Oh, that's so genius, like, mwah, I love it so much. And that is pretty much it for the Heartbreak Weather album. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like there could have been a deluxe edition. I'm pretty sure there are so many more songs that have the same vibe that he could have released, but didn't for some reason. Like, even like Dua released the deluxe edition for Future Nostalgia like a week or 2 ago, and that came out essentially a year ago as well. So I'm really upset that he didn't really include any bonus tracks from this album and this era, which hopefully maybe he might still do that. Probably not, unfortunately. He might just be writing for Niall Horan 3, which I don't even know if he's working on that, because he said he's like taking his sweet time with it, which I'm just like, good, take your time with it, but I need new music now. Now, if you're listening, get on that album. We need it. We need new music. We need new music videos. Let's do it. I guess that leads into the final question, is that whether I do think that this album is better than Flicker, his debut album. And I'm pretty sure if you can tell by the title, I do think that it is a bit better, but just a bit. And that's the thing that really surprises me about this album overall. Like, I get it that for a lot of artists their second album is either a make or break thing, but for a lot of artists, especially lately, their second albums have been bops, and Niall is no exception. Like, I love Flicker so much. Like, it is one of my favorite albums that was released last decade, and I don't know, like, so for anything to top Flicker, like, it's a real huge accomplishment, and this album manages to do that, because I feel like it does everything that Flicker was amazing at, which was basically compositions and lyrics and everything, and then it just adds on top of that, you know. It does everything for Flicker, then you just added some 80s music, 80s synths, better lyrics and everything, and you have Heartbreak Weather, the album. And I love that so much. Like, literally every time people like ask me, like, every time I just think of those two albums, I think of greatness. That's literally all I think of. And that's not just me being a fan of Niall's. It's really showcasing his growth as an artist and as a songwriter and as a singer. You can definitely tell, because Flicker, the album, was so great. I love the music, I love the style, you know, like that kind of folk country a thing, but now he's doing like the 80s thing because that was big at the time. So I can only have high hopes for NH3, and I don't know what it's gonna sound like, but I know that he's gonna be serving us well, just as he did with Heartbreak Weather, because I'm pretty sure if there's one thing that I know for sure is that he won't disappoint me. No matter what he does, I'm pretty sure whatever he does point out, I will absolutely love. And that is pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really didn't know what the point of this video was. I just wanted to talk about the Heartbreak Weather album and the era and everything. And even though, again, it was really short-lived, like, it deserves so much more. This could have been such a great era. There could have been more videos. There could have been live performances. He could have probably even had a high-ranking song on the charts. Like, oh my gosh, like, this is so upsetting. Every time I do think about the potential that this album and this era had, and then it being just completely shattered by the pandemic, it just really breaks my heart. It's not just for me, but for Niall and for us fans that have supported him, and that really, I feel like this is so underappreciated. This album is so underappreciated. Like, let me know what you think of this album. If you guys think that it was overrated, if you guys think it's underappreciated, like, if you guys, like, what do you guys just think of the album and the era? Do you think it was too short-lived? Do you think he should release a deluxe track list for this album, or do you guys think he should just move on to the next album? If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all the usual things. Follow me on social media accounts. Just keep up with everything Niall that I do, because I'm hoping he releases new music this year. I'm hoping, I'm begging, if he sees this, please release new music. We miss you so much, or at least have like a more interactive thing with us on social media or something, please. Like, we miss you so much, and I just really want a new album and new music from you, please. Again, if you guys want to check out my reaction to the Heartbreak Weather album, the link for that will be in the description below. And until the next video, the wonder won't stop. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Boo.